Recent studies show that the average American teenager now spends more than 8 hours a day on screens, a figure that has risen sharply over the past decade. Now, San Diego County's largest school district is working to limit students' cell phone use during class time and is asking the public for input. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto. This comes as all public school districts statewide must come up with their own cell phone policies by next year. CBS 8's Richard Allen is here with more on how some local parents and students are eyeing these proposals. Richard?
Well, that's right, Carlo. And in fact, San Diego Unified is ahead of the state, which recently passed the Phone-Free School Act, mandating that all California public schools come up with a policy to either limit or prohibit cell phone use by July of 2026.
I really think there should be some limits.
Kelly King's the mother of a soon-to-be high school freshman. She has no hang-ups with the idea of limiting students' access to cell phones during the school day.
I think it's 100% a good idea. They have enough time at home, on the weekends, after school, before school to be on their cell phone, and they need a little bit of a break.
And while most parents we spoke with are in support of the plan,
I am, absolutely.
some students are not as enthusiastic, like this rising 10th grader.
50-50 maybe.
San Diego Unified is now asking for feedback from parents and students on its proposed district-wide cell phone policy. Under the current draft proposal, middle school students would not be allowed to use cell phones at all during school hours, meaning phones would have to be turned off and stored away. High schoolers under the proposal would be able to use their phones before and after school, as well as during lunch and in between classes. Every classroom would have a special phone storage system for students to stow away their phones.
I think the school and the parents need to be working together.
Kimberly Collins taught middle school and high school for more than a decade and says she witnessed firsthand the problems that cell phones in the classroom can cause.
Cyberbullying, misuse of devices in the classroom, during tests, a lot of pulling back from direct social interaction because people were so glued to their phones. So it was becoming a real problem, and it has not gotten any better.
And while some parents see an upside to kids having phones at school,
It is helpful at times when she's been sick and she reaches out to me and says, hey, Mom, can you come pick me up, versus me waiting till the nurse gets in touch with me.
others say limiting access to smartphones as much as possible is a smart idea.
And I think these kids are smart enough and mature enough that they can do it. So turn your phone off, silent, whatever, and concentrate on school.
And San Diego Unified is accepting feedback on its proposed draft policy on cell phone use through tomorrow. Now, you can provide that feedback online. For a link to that, just go to cbs8.com, click on the online version of this story.
And Richard, it's one thing to have a set of rules, but does the district in this new policy, are there any consequences attached to these new rules?
Well, there are. For the first couple infractions, the teacher could take away the phone, give it back to you at the end of class. Maybe the third or fourth time, the parent is going to have to come to school and retrieve it from the principal's office, which no one wants to do. Repeat offenders might end up losing some school privileges, like being able to attend school events.
So there are some escalating steps.
There are, exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
When is the decision expected to be made? Is there a deadline for this?
Well, right now they're getting feedback through tomorrow. Then the district and school board is going to be working on this over the summer. They're hoping to have a plan in place and voted on by August 11th in time for the start of the new school year.
Just in time.
Just in
A lot
time.
of the students are going to be happy.
Some might be happy, some
Hear
might not
about
be
that.
so happy.
Thanks, Richard.
All right, thanks.